I wanted to make a mini golf mechanic, and I ended up accidentally creating a really cool, addicting game. So I polished it up and published it. So here it is. I figured I'd show you guys. This goes without saying, but the link to this game is in the description, and I highly recommend you guys checking it out. It's also worth noting that this is not live commentary. So what the heck is this game? You're a marble. Your only ability at all is to dash, and you need to run over these portals to close them, and you need to close as many as possible in 1 minute. You use the left stick to aim, you use X to dash, and if you hold it, the dash becomes more powerful. And you can brake, you can increase your dampening, you can slow down using L2 and or R2. There are two types of portals, a big one that's worth 1 point, and smaller ones that are worth 5 points. The final thing you need to know about this game is there are two high scores. One is called Portals Closed, and that's just playing the game, and that's your score. And the second is Portals Closed Breakless. So, again, you play the game, but without breaking. And if you go through the entire minute without breaking at all, you will also that playthrough will also count for the Portals Closed Breakless high score. Typically, breaking makes the game easier, although I found that people are getting very good without breaking at all, so I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, that is the entire game. You just saw a completed playthrough in the background. It's 1 minute. Maybe I should have made this for the 1 minute jam. Who knows? Maybe if there's another 1 minute jam, I'll consider submitting this. But anyway, it's a relatively, not even relatively, it is an extremely simple mechanic. You hold X to dash in the direction you're aiming, and you bounce off the walls. And that's it. That's the whole thing. I wasn't even planning on making this a game. I wanted to work on a multiplayer mini golf game where all the players are going at the same time. That's kind of where this mechanic started from. I made the mechanic, and then I thought, wow, this is really fun. This could be its own mini game. So I took a couple hours and created this. Before I talk more about my multiplayer mini golf game, I just want to talk a little bit about this game and the different effects I added to it to make it satisfying to play. Because let's be honest, like, yes, there is a really addicting mechanic, the dashing mechanic, but there isn't really much to this. The juice is a game dev term, but the special effects is what really makes this enjoyable, combined with the mechanic. Honestly, what I should have done is recorded footage of the game with zero special effects, just to show the comparison, just like how big of a difference it makes. But just take my word for it, it's pretty lame. It was a sphere that the dash was there. You would hold X, and then when you released, it would dash a certain distance. That's it. There were no visuals. There was no sound. That was it. There was no visual indicators about how far you were dashing. Like, you hold X, you release, and the ball would bounce. So let's just go over every little thing that, every little effect that adds to this game. Let's start from the top. The score. Every time the score increases, it grows in size quickly, and then it slowly shrinks back down. Every time the ball hits an edge, there's a sound that plays. When you are charging up your dash, there is both a sound that ramps up as you charge it, as well as an arrow indicator that grows, representing the power of the dash. When you finally do dash, there are multiple overlapping sounds that play. There is an explosion effect at the dash starting location. There is a screen shake. There's a controller vibration, and I think that's it. but they all come together and make a really satisfying effect. Oh, one more thing. They all scale. All of that scales based on the power of the dash. So if you do a short little dash, they all still play, but very weaker. The biggest dash, all of them play very strongly. When you are dashing, there is a jet trail effect that extends from the marble. The faster you're going, the longer it gets, and the brighter it gets. And finally, for the portals, when they are collected, they play a sound and they shrink. Admittedly, I could have done a little more with this. It probably could be like flashier when they're collected, but I think they do their job. And I'm pretty sure that's it. I went into this looking to make a multiplayer mini golf game, and it turned into a really addicting, juicy arcade game, and that is allowing me to even make this video talking about it, which is pretty awesome. I still fully intend on making that multiplayer mini golf game because, frankly, there is a lack of fun multiplayer games on Dreams at the moment. So definitely look forward to more content on related to that. And don't worry, the RPG is still happening. I know every time I do something other than the RPG, half my viewers start crying, but I can assure you it is still happening. But that's it for this video, guys. I highly recommend trying this game out. Try to beat my high score. It's surprisingly difficult. The game is not easy. It's easy to pick up, but it's very hard to master. It takes a lot of fine motor skills that I do have the high score right now, but I'm thinking people are going to beat it once they start playing it more. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.